Hello guys, my name is Patrick, and welcome to a quick discussion about the Battlefield 1 beta. Now this isn't really going to be a full-on review, but I will be talking about some of the things I like and dislike. And just so you know where I'm heading with this commentary before you continue watching, there aren't a lot of things I dislike, so it will be a mostly positive commentary. For starters, let me just say I really enjoy this game, and I feel it improves on almost everything Battlefield 4 did wrong, and then adds a bunch of unique mechanics of its own. The frame rate is definitely improved. Battlefield 4 on console only ran at about 30 frames per second, and it made the game feel slow and clunky and at times deterred me from even playing it. Although Battlefield 1 doesn't quite reach the golden console standard of 60 FPS, it is still significantly more than Battlefield 4, and I welcome this improvement. Besides the graphical improvement, the actual game has improved as well. I really enjoy the desert map we have right now, and after many hours of playtime on it, I still haven't gotten bored, and this really excites me, knowing that I'll have this much to explore and discover on all the new maps in the full game. I really only have two issues with this game. The first is the new menu and the problem it brings with it. If you've played the beta, you'll know how laggy and glitchy it is, and I know this will need to be fixed in the full game or else the launch could be disastrous. I know a lot of people aren't concerned about the menu right now, but I think you should be because the same menu format has been implemented into Battlefield 4 and is laggy even there. Hopefully they find a way to smooth this out or we could be looking at a pretty ugly launch. The only other issue I have is the class balancing. The support class is by far the worst class in the game, and I barely see people play it. It's a really bad class because not only does it not have tools to take out vehicles, but because its primary purpose to supply ammo is somewhat useless, because you don't run out of ammo often in this game, you just don't. Whenever you do go on a good streak, you'll usually have found a tank or something by then, and you'll no longer need to use your weapons. I mean sure, every once in a while someone will need ammo, but in my hours and hours of playtime, I've been revived more than I've needed ammo, and we'll get to reviving in a second. My main point is whenever I play support, I feel sort of useless, like when I hear someone yell,
Ammunition.
you see what I mean? I've never really needed it. Now the medic class could also use the buff, but I think that buff is fairly simple. I think they just need to remove the request to revive feature from the game, and have every medic already know who needs to be revived, similar to past Battlefield games. The reviving is really the only issue with the class, and personally I think they have some of the best medium range weapons in the game, and their medpacks can be deployed pretty frequently. The only other buffs I would give these two classes would be something to defend themselves against vehicles, so maybe just let them have anti-tank grenades. Both the assault and recon classes I think are balanced. They both have powerful but not overpowered weapons, and a way to destroy tanks. Speaking of tanks, now let's talk about them. Do I think they're overpowered? Absolutely. Do I think they should be nerfed? Not at all, and let me explain why. Tanks are meant to be powerful, obviously, and they should dominate the area they're in. If you are single infantry, realistically you wouldn't stand a chance, but the game gives you tools to damage tanks, and plenty of cover to run away or hide from them. Let's say a tank rolls onto your objective. It should be able to take it easily, but if you are able to outmaneuver as an infantry, then get behind it in its blind spot, there's not much you can do to avoid damage from your anti-tank grenade or something. If you do get a grenade off, you'll have done a lot of damage, so even if it kills you, your teammates can still work to take it out. I love the way teams come together to defeat tanks. I feel like by giving other classes anti-tank grenades, it would be the same as slightly nerfing tanks because suddenly tanks need to worry more about infantry. I also love tank v tank combat. It's so rewarding to destroy a tank and the people inside it, and I find that happens a lot more often in this game as opposed to Battlefield 4, where everyone would just jump out. Overall, I think the balance of tanks is great. If they had to do anything else other than giving other classes those anti-tank grenades, then maybe just increase the time to self-heal, but don't mess with damage or health at all. Air combat is pretty fun, but I feel pretty useless in the air. Even if I destroy other planes, what exactly am I doing? In the new conquest modes, kills don't matter, so I don't see much of a point in flying since strafing is really hard to do with all the obstacles near the ground. I guess from a balancing standpoint it makes sense that planes aren't great against infantry, since there aren't any lock-on missiles in World War I to take them out. So yeah, this was my discussion of Battlefield 1. I'm really interested to hear what you might have to say about this beta in the comments. Before I end the video though, I want to thank Velocity Productions for making this really cool intro for me. His channel link will be the first link in the description. Go check him out. He makes some really good commentaries and is looking to grow his channel. So other than that, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.